Hey guys, it's Timothy. Timothy, not Timothy, but you know that works too. Hey loves, welcome to my channel. I'm Timothy. So today is Halloween, October 31st. It's like the peak of spooky season. Tomorrow it's all gonna go away, but it's okay. So for my Halloween costume, I decided to cross-dress and transform myself into a girl. I got the painted nails going on, the jewelry and shit, and actually my first time ever cross-dressing. So, excuse you, bitch. This is my first time cross-dressing, so it's very exciting for me. So I'll show you guys like my makeup routine for this and show you my costume, the end result. I also know at the time that I'm recording this, there's a lot going on in the world right now. Things will get better, just hang in there. I know it's a hard time for a lot of us. It's okay. Stay strong. So I just got out of the shower, my hair is just a teeny bit wet, and now my face is dry as fuck. Like your personality, Tim. Anyway, we need to do some prepping before I begin my makeup routine. So I came prepared. So generally before I put on my makeup, I do use two products to prep my skin. I use morphe badescu facial spray with aloe herbs, bitch, English please, herbs and rose water, and the Olay regenerist microsculpting cream, and that just gives me like a nice moist, I'm sorry, I know I hate that word too, damp, that sounds a little weird. Anyway, it hydrates my skin before I put on makeup, so I mean I need that right now. I have not been drinking water at all. Like energy drinks have been my that got my mouth. Energy drinks have been my best friend this week. I'm really thriving not, but you know what's all good. I'm actually gonna tie back my hair because I don't want it to get in the way. I don't want to get foundation and shit in my beautiful luscious hair. So let me grab a hair tie. All right, we got the hair tie. I also got a haircut. The lady at Supercuts, she's a sweetheart, but this fade, really not it. Like, it goes like into my head. Usually it kind of elevates as it gets to the top of my head, but it was very concave here. So I'm kind of looking like a whole ass egg, but you know, that's okay. Eggs are cute, right? I mean, it doesn't matter how my real hair is gonna look because I'm just gonna put a wig over it. So we're just gonna make her a little messy and make ourselves a little man bun. How does that sound? So that makes me look shiny as fuck because my skin's very tight right now. Like I had fucking Botox injections. I'm gonna go in with the microsculpting cream and just put that all over my face because every millimeter of skin, every micrometer needs some hydration. So I recently laminated my brows and I don't think I did a half bad job. I just used the lash kit that I used in my previous video to laminate them and it turned out pretty good, I have to say. If nursing school doesn't work out for me, I can be a cosmetologist, right?
I do not want to comment.
Yeah, I want to specify, I am not a professional makeup artist or beauty guru. I am not Scott Barnes. I am not Wayne Goss. But I try my best. So that's all you can ask for, right? A for effort. How has your year been? Are you in school? Are you working? If you're contributing to like the community right now, kudos to you. I wish I could help out more often. Shit's so overwhelming right now. All right, so I prepped my skin and it's definitely a lot softer. I almost could not smile before. The skin was so dry and tight. Like somebody put like a stretchy ass silicone mask over like, oh yeah, that totally, yeah, makes sense, right? I have a lot of blemishes right now. I'm so sorry, I don't know if you can see. But I don't know, wearing that mask, I feel like my hot ass breath, I had a lot of breakouts in my chin recently. I feel like that has been contributing to that. Okay, so once I prep my skin, I'm gonna go in with the Smashbox original photofinish primer. This kind of just smooths out my pores a little bit because I have very big noticeable pores. I don't want them to be noticeable because I don't think that's really cute or flattering on me. And it instantly just kind of smooths it out. I love this primer so much. Yeah, Smashbox, you're really killing it. Once I kind of put it in my T-zone, I just take a little bit in my hands, rub it together, and just massage all over my face like a moisturizer. Just kind of even out the entirety of my face. So prep is pretty much done. I guess technically I used 3 products, so sorry for being misleading. Next, I highlight and contour. I do the underpainting method, so I apply these first before foundation. I feel like that gives me more of a natural finish. I know it's kind of crazy. I'm like kind of doing a drag look, but I'm doing something natural. But I feel like that's just the kind of style that suits me better. So I'm using the Fenty Beauty Stix. This came in a trio. It also comes with a shimmer highlight as well. But this is more like a concealer highlight. So first, just kind of go A little bit under the cheeks. I have a pretty masculine jaw frame. I'm not gonna go too heavy with the contour. Just a little bit, just to accentuate my features. Like I said, I'm trying to look more feminine. And by bringing out my jawline even more, I feel like that's kind of counterintuitive. And I have a big ass forehead. Fucking need like a boat to sail across this bitch. But like, we're diminishing her with this stick. Alright, so I'm gonna warm this up with my hand just to make it glide across my skin easier. This is just the highlight. I should mention the shades. This is in the shade Amber, and the highlight stick is in the shade Linen. So I'm just gonna put this a little bit under my eyes. I do not go too heavy with this under the eyes because I feel like I tend to crease and you get dry under there very easily, and by putting more products under there, it really just intensifies those minor problems that I have under my eyes. So adding a little bit to my chin to bring it out, a little bit on my forehead, bring it up, down the nose, and a little bit on the upper lip. I have to contour my nose with a brush. I can't just go directly in with the stick because my nose is shaped very differently because my Asian nose. So I have to go in with a brush to contour. So I'm gonna use this Morphe brush and just take a little bit off the top of this and go right up and down my nose. It just helps me have more control. She's always difficult to deal with. Alright, so once I'm done with that, I just go in with face sponge that I got from e.l.f. and just dab them out, just to sheer out the coverage. Alright, so I use the tip of the beauty blender or the beauty sponge for the highlighted part, and I'm gonna use the more flat edge of this to, to work with the contour. So that just modifies my facial structure just a teeny bit. I feel like it personally makes a pretty significant difference. I don't know, feel free to disagree. The minute details matter to me. Alright, so once I'm done with that, I go in with my Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection brush. So I was debating what foundations I should use for this. So I think I'm gonna go in with Huda Beauty Faux Filter Skin Finish Buildable Coverage Foundation Stick in the shade Shortbread 200B. And I'm not gonna use this across my face, I'm just gonna drag this across my problem areas. As you can see, I have a spot here from laser surgery in Vietnam that went absolutely horrendous. I tried my best to cover that up, and a little bit right here, and the same exact reason for this stupid ass laser surgery that my mom convinced me to do in Vietnam, and a little bit on my chin because I have a lot of breakouts down there. Can I just leave it like that? Nice splotches of foundation over random parts of my skin? Yeah, why not? Now that I've laid down that foundation, I'm gonna go in with the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation in the shade 2.15 for light skin with cool undertones. And I'm just gonna pump that onto the back of my hand. Not too much. My skin is relatively clear besides those minor problems, so I'm just gonna lightly take it and swirl it and just build up some coverage. Alright, this brush, I love it so much. It's one of the best investments. Whoa. It's one of the best investments I've ever made. Thank you, It Cosmetics, for making such a grand product. I really love it. So I want a little bit more coverage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the conceal side of this brush, which is just the smaller brush, and add that to problem areas once again. So I'm going to a party after I finish this look, and my friend just said, okay, I'm coming soon. Finally got out of bed. That's the biggest fucking mood ever. Bro, like I said, I've been so drained of energy this whole entire week. Energy drinks literally is my BFF now, and it's terrible. As a nursing student, should I know better than to like rely on such a chemically processed drink? But you know, YOLO. Exactly, YOLO. I should be making the best of life, not making it shorter. Not making any sense to me. You're being too analytical. Alright, and that has like evened out my skin tone. Okay, so now that I'm finished with a lot of my base, I'm gonna go in with some concealer. I don't really have severe under eye problems. Like, it's a little bit dark here, but it's not too serious. And like I said, I kind of have a creasing problem under my eyes because it's really dry there and it's starting to wrinkle. I'm getting old, guys. And on the forehead, on the bridge of my nose, and the chin. Bring it down just to kind of bring out my cheekbones a little bit, make them kind of pop out, and then bring that as close to my bottom lash line as possible, and then just bring it out to the sides to widen the cheekbone. And bring it down and out. So as you can see, that completely brightened up my skin and brought out the features that I wanted to stand out a little bit more. I'm gonna go in with my Mercier translucent powder. I love this so much. It's a little bit pricey, but I totally think it's worth the investment. It's very finely milled and helps stop the creasing. I'm gonna go in with the blendiful and just put some powder there. So that kind of just accentuates those features even more. I will go in a little bit later just to sweep off that powder, but I'm kind of baking right now. So once I've laid down my translucent powder, I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay Bronzer. And see, look how cute this is. Like, come on now. Sorry, got a little sidetracked. I'm just gonna go in and bronze up the side of my face. Alright, I like to lay it down first. Who the fuck is hitting me up? And then buff and blend, like I said. So I bronzed my face. I will go in again with a bronzer after I just sweep off the bake that I've laid down. This is just a nice big Morphe brush. I have no clue what it's called, but I'll probably mention it in the description box. So there we go. Like I said, I'm just gonna go with the bronzer real quick and quickly just bronze up my nose. If it looks a little too harsh, I just go in with the same beauty sponge I use for my concealer and just buff it out and sheer out the coverage. And there we go. Next thing I do is blush. I was in love with the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Captivating. But for the look today, I'm gonna use the Honest blush in shade Rose Pink. I don't even remember my own shades. I really like this blush. I feel like it gives me a kind of a glow within instead of like a powder that kind of just sits on top of your makeup. Really fond of this blush. So I kind of like this flustered look where I have a line of blush across. It almost looks like I'm sunburnt in a way. But I kind of like that, I don't know, e-girl kind of look, you could say? Yeah, sure, why not? Smile, because you're happy. Are we though? I would say I'm happy. Life's going okay right now. Just okay, I guess. And just continue building up the intensity of the blush until it's as potent as I want it to be. The great thing about the Smashbox foundation I use, it doesn't really crease around my mouth. I don't really have very prominent nasolabial folds, but either way, I still find myself creasing there a little bit, and this foundation is great because they never, ever, ever crease. So now that I've laid on my blush, I'm gonna go in with highlight next. So I use the Marc Jacobs Omega Glaze highlighter in the color 80, worth the wait. And this is a very, very shimmery highlight. Like, look at that shit. I just like kind of stamped in and look how much came out. I love that. I like to look like a glazed donut. That's just how I roll. Look at that shit, man, come on now. Just gonna add that to the high points of my cheekbones. Peep the highlight, guys. I fucking love this highlighter. Like, it's pricey, like it's fucking Marc Jacobs, but it's totally worth the investment, I feel like. Okay, so with the excess, I just kind of run it along the bridge of my nose, the tip, and the upper lip. There we go. And if there's anything left on here, I kind of just pat it onto the forehead and onto the chin just to bring those areas out even more so. Cute, right? No, Tim, you're not cute. Be humble for once. So after that, I'm gonna go in with this Hourglass Ambient Light Powder in the shade Luminous Light. I just slightly swirl this Morphe brush into it, tap off excess, and kind of run that along the forehead, diamond shape in my face. Any area that lies within that realm gets a little dose of powder. This just helps my skin look a little bit more alive. It's kind of matte right now, so adding this gives it a little bit of reflection, a little bit of a glow. I find it really useful on the forehead especially. That took forever, right? Like, y'all be like, Tim, when are you gonna move on to something else? Like, come on, bitch. Next is brows. For brows, I use Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade. I'm not too concerned about not filling in all the gaps because I'm just gonna go in with another brow product just to kind of ensure that. I just filled in my brows with the pomade. I'm just gonna fluff them out with the spoolie end. So once I've laid that down, I'm gonna go in with Benefit Gimme Brow. And I have no clue what shade this is. Does it even tell me? Yeah, I have no clue. I think it's the darkest one, like black. And just kind of, this is like a brow mascara, and I'm just gonna use it to go over and kind of seal the deal. You know what I mean? This kind of also helps lock your brows into place. It's like a brow gel, functioning as like a brow mascara. And perfect, look at those brows. Sister snatched. For the sake of the video, I will just carve out my brows because there is a little bit messy right here. I just take what's on the applicator. And look at that, nice and carved out. Like a pumpkin. Have you guys carved out pumpkins? I feel like that's a cute Halloween activity, you know what I mean? So we're getting towards the end, which is great because I'm sure you guys have been sick of me doing this shit for so long. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this Ulta Beauty eyelid primer and just stamp it on each eyelid. So eyes are prepped. Now time for the fun part, which is eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go in with my Tati Beauty palette, Texture Neutrals Volume 1, take a little bit of Aura in this palette, and tap off the excess and just run it across the top. And then I'm gonna go in with the Sequin Aura. Just to add a little bit of shimmer, I'm gonna tap that underneath the brow. So y'all probably can't see a difference, but trust me, when you get up close, you can see the shimmer. So it's definitely there. So I'm lucky that I actually have a double eyelid. It's a very small and shallow one, but I do have one. So it makes eyeshadow look a little less finicky to deal with. I'm gonna go in with Soothe right here. Tap off the excess and just apply that in the crease. I feel like that just adds a nice transition from the lower part of my upper eyelid to the brow bone, creating this kind of gradient. So y'all see that? Yeah, we got a little bit of pigment going on here. I'm gonna go in with Matte Poet, and we're going to do that as the main color for this look. There we go. So we got a nice like little pink thing going on here. So we got the base down pretty much. The next thing I'm gonna do is smoke out the outer edge of my eye. So by doing that, I'm gonna go in with Memory and Matte, which is this black color. And I'm gonna use the same brush I used for Matte Poet, which is that magenta color, and just blend. I'm gonna go in with the Metallic Poet, tap my finger on it, and go right on in. Smear that right across my lid. So that adds a very subtle shimmer. The real shimmer comes when I use the glitter. But before I do that, I'm actually going to, with Metallic Aura right here, and use that in the inner corners of my eye, just to brighten it as it gets towards the end. And I'm gonna start bringing that down a little bit more. So I'll do the bottom part of my eyelids in a bit. I'm going to go in with the glitter now. That's the fun part. So I find when I try to use the glitter without glitter glue, it just gets all over the fucking place. So I use this NYX glitter primer, So again, I'm just gonna apply that to the lid to help the glitter stick better and not get all over the fucking place. Because I'm wearing contacts right now, and when something gets in my eyes with these colored contacts especially, I don't know what it is about them. I don't know if it's because I have more mass to them, but they tend to get much more easily irritated as opposed to my regular contacts. Poet glitter. And it's just that pink glitter up here. And it kind of sometimes gets all over the place. I just use my finger just to brush it off. Flick it away. Shoe glitter. Bye, bitch. It's okay if a little bit is, you know, it's a little extra dimension. You know what I mean? And I'm going under the eyes with Poet in Sequin. It has a little bit of blue shimmer in it, which I really like because blue and magenta are such a pretty combo. There we go. Does it look like I have pink eye, guys? I literally have pink eyes, I guess. How I do eyeliner is a pretty intricate process for me because I suck at eyeliner. Kind of have to take a lot of precaution and extra steps to ensure that it looks acceptable. What I do is I go in with Memory Matte, and I kind of just smoke out the upper lash line, and that really does help a lot in terms of guiding where I place the felt tip of my eyeliner. Time for the fun and horrific part, which is the real eyeliner. So I use the Stila All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in black, and I'm gonna do a cat eye. Or try to do a cat eye. Don't mind my stupid ass expressions, guys. So there's my eyeliner, guys. It's obviously not perfect, but putting fake lashes over it does help. So yeah. I have these falsies from Amita. I got it off of Amazon. Just gonna apply those. Alright, because of my lash perm, it's made it very difficult for me to apply falsies because my eyelashes just want to stay straight up. So what I have to do is brush them downwards so that they kind of get out of the way. So I'm going to use some duo lash glue and apply it to the lash band of these falsies. Y'all know how this works. Y'all ain't stupid, right? It's okay, I'm stupid, so if you are, that makes two of us. Just gonna break the band a little bit and blow on it for good luck. How the fuck did I get glue there? Y'all, what? It's time for mascara. I use the Tarte Man Eater mascara, and I'm just gonna go from the base of the lash upwards. And add a little bit of mascara to my lower lashes, which are stick straight, but it's okay. Whatever, you know? And I'm debating what color I should use for my lips today. I'm gonna go with the Kylie lip kit in the shade Kylie or in Dazzle. I'm gonna have to, I think we're gonna go with Kylie, just to stay safe. Before I apply the actual lip, I'm gonna go in with the Kylie's lip liner in the shade Kylie, same as the actual liquid lip, and line my lips. Alright, so lips are lined. I don't like to overline my lips. I already have pretty big, luscious lips already, so there's no need to. So I'm gonna go in with e.l.f. Jelly Pop Juicy Gloss. I'm just gonna add a bit to... I'm gonna add a little bit to my lip, just to give it some hydration. The makeup look is pretty much complete. I'm just gonna throw on my costume and show you guys the finished result. Alright, so here's the finished look. Yeah, I kind of fucked up the wig. I threw it in the laundry on the delicate setting, which I was supposed to, and then I threw it in the dryer, which I was not supposed to, and that just made this shit all matty. And I'm just gonna have to deal with it. But that's pretty much this look. The thing is, like, my arms are huge.
Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
You know, it's okay. I really kind of liked how this turned out. I think it looks great. Here's the dress. She cute, isn't she? I got heels to boot. And yeah, I actually like this. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm gonna go to my party now, which I'm very late to, but thank you so much for watching. I know it's a rough time in the world right now, so I wish you the complete best. Please subscribe if you enjoyed this content, give it a thumbs up, and I hope to catch you guys in future videos. Sending you love.